Hi there, I'm coming to you from our bedroom porch at our house on Main Street in Huntington Beach, California. And I want to talk to you about gratefulness because I'm feeling a lot of gratefulness. There is so much to be grateful for: the gift of life, the people we get to share our lives with, our daily bread that the Lord provides for us, the joy of seeing color, the joy of experiencing the world and all of its wonder. The fact that we never run out of things to learn in this world. There's always something new to see, something new to experience. And there's our faith. And there's this whole reality behind everything that we see that Jesus talked about so much when he talked about the kingdom, God's rule throughout the universe, throughout the creation. And I'm here to talk about Luke chapter 17. Now, Luke chapter 17 has to do, the main story there is about the 10 lepers were healed and the one who came back to say thank you. Now, when I was a little kid, I wasn't naturally grateful. Maybe you were, but when people gave me something as a gift, perhaps as a child, when I was a child, my parents would say, "Now, what do you say?" And I'd say, "Thank you." And I would say it because my parents said it, not because I was grateful. I think gratefulness is one of those things we have to learn in life. I'm not sure it comes naturally for a lot of us, but I do believe that gratefulness is the key to God's presence. Let me say that again. I believe that gratefulness is the key, not a key, but the key to God's presence. If people haven't been sensing the presence of God, I often ask them, can you make a list of things you're grateful for before you pray? As it says in Philippians that we should, in thanksgiving, make our request known to God. So in other words, it's an atmosphere of thanksgiving that we get close to God in prayer. It's the royal road into God's throne room. So I would just invite you to think about that, gratefulness. This story is about 10 lepers, people with a skin disease that Jesus healed, and one returned to say thank you. And Jesus said, your faith has made you well. Your gratefulness has healed you. I think that gratefulness is as much of a medicine as drugs that our doctors give us. I'm not anti-medicine by any means, but I do believe that gratefulness is perhaps the greatest of medicines because it just is like a tonic for our bones and for our heart. And the more we can be grateful, the more we can look for things that we're grateful of, the better things go. I think there's a choice in life between gratefulness and grumbling, no matter what happens. No matter what happens, the circumstances around us, we can respond with gratefulness or we can respond with grumbling. And we know what happened to the Israelites when they responded with grumbling. They always ended up on the wrong end of the relationship with God. And things just didn't go well for them. And grumbling and complaining as opposed to gratefulness. Now, I'm not saying we should be grateful for horrible things like stomach cancer or for natural disasters that kill people or for COVID-19. I don't think we should be grateful for those things. But what I'm saying is that we should be grateful in all things, be thankful in all things, not for all things. There's a big difference there. And finding a way to be grateful for other things. For instance, in this pandemic, we can be grateful for the extra time that we have with people we love. A lot of us have that extra time. We can be grateful for the new opportunities that are coming up all around us. Or we can just grumble and complain and blame. And we see so much of that. We don't need more of that. We need more gratefulness. We are so blessed to live where we live. Most of us have too much food, and we have to worry about dieting rather than famine and starvation, like so much of human history. And we talk about violence, but there's never been, you can look this up statistically, there's never been a time in human history where you are less likely to be hurt or killed at the hands of another person. So violence as a whole is way down. Can it go a lot farther down? Yeah, it can. And we want to pray for that. We want to work for that. But there are so many great things going on in the world. Abject poverty, people living on just a few dollars a day. Statistics tell us from the United Nations that within 15 years, that's probably going to be gone from the world. The productivity of the planet has never been higher. The percentage of people starving has never been lower. The life expectancy has never been higher throughout the world. Female literacy is at an all-time human high and going up. There's just so many good things happening. There really are, and we want to be grateful for them. I don't want me to be in denial about the bad things. We need to be honest about those things too. But how can you cultivate gratefulness today? I guarantee you that if you can, even a little bit, you're going to feel that little bit closer to God today. And that's the good news for today, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.